Ah, merci pour le host, Cameron. Merci. Ça fait plaisir. Allez, on va mettre ça en route. Après, on va voir ce que ça va donner. Alors, s'il est plus propre sur One X que sur sur standard, même si j'ai vraiment des gros doutes. C'est la One X, elle est censée envoyer du bousin quand même, c'est pas ce qu'ils disent. Et finalement, elle n'a pas autant de puissance qu'il pourrait. Mais voilà, moi je suis un petit peu plus malin parce que je suis pas sûr que... S'il y a... Ça va? On sait jamais.
Maman, j'ai le prends ton oreille, mon chéri.
Bon, allez, c'est parti. On va voir ce que vaut ce Vampire.
C'est la meilleure. Maman, elle est la meilleure. Maman, elle est la meilleure. Ça fait du bien? Ah oui? Allez. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Je peux allonger. On va mettre la crème pour quand c'est parti. Encore? Oui, encore. Encore?
J'ai discuté avec elle. Ouais, ça date de 2010.
Non. 1, 2.
je vais créer une ABS comme ça. Oh. Non, voilà. Il est pas quand j'ai enlevé ça, je sais pas. En même temps, ça me sort pas encore. Alors, voilà. Alors, animation. Ah ouais, d'accord. Si le jeu est plus propre sur One X ou pas, parce que... Ouais, c'est dit que je joue à Saints Row, mais je suis pas sur Saints Row.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is war but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. No.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Excuse me, brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me. No, don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here. This can't be happening. No, please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing! Over there!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Sorry.
It's on top!
No, please, stop! Who are you?
There's one of them vermin!
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's
That'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me. The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide.
Right now!
Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Brother.
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
I had better remain here until nightfall.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps underground. she might linger longer. As white as blood,
Who goes there?
the prayer of the sound my warrior's song. The child born from darkness must take scent of his power.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy. This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only. This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
As it is, as mad as the moon. Obtains blood inside.
Ouais. Salut, Nice. Ouais, je l'ai déjà, ouais. Micro-moignant. Alors attends, c'est quoi ça? Coût 10. Ah ouais. Ouais, je l'ai déjà. L'euro. Je peux router pourtant, voir, je suis pas fait gaffe. Voilà. Ah, je suis au début, hein. Je suis au début. Bon, graphiquement parlant, bon, tu vois, hein, c'est pas ouf. Bon, on est sur One X. Hein. Bon, j'ai pas mis volontairement le jeu vampire dans le truc, au cas où, on sait jamais. Hein.
What I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Ça se voit qu'il y a un peu une interface PC quand même, man. Ça c'est le truc PC. Hein. Alors là c'est la nuit. En gros tu peux dormir et tu fais la nuit. Oh là le sang qu'il y a, c'est horrible. Ouais. J'ai vu qu'hier t'as fait un stream de même pas d'1h12 sur State of Debug. Super bon jeu Microsoft. Hein. Faut que je mette la cam et parce que là je suis pas. Je suis torse nu quoi donc. Alors.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Ah, parce que j'ai vu que le jeu à peine 1h12 dessus et hop, ça suffit. Ah ouais j'ai vu ça, désinstallé direct. Wow, allez hop. Ah, les compétences de vampire bien sûr, hein, c'est bon.
My head's spinning. It's locked all right.
Ah d'accord, ça c'est... Ok.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back
Oh
up.
putain, c'est qui me tire dessus là?
Die, vermin!
A strength I never knew I had.
He's dead, all right.
Ok, d'accord.
It's an eat! It's too strong!
Un peu chaud les... Oh la vache, un peu plus chaud les ennemis. Oh my god.
Every single
moi.
of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Ah bâtard. Oh le bâtard.
My strength. My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Ah bah ça je m'en doutais hein. Je m'en doutais qu'il allait être vite désinstallé, c'était sûr. Hein. De toute façon en même temps, le jeu graphiquement parlant, ah t'as vu hein, ça a l'air spécial. Après le jeu m'a pas goûté grand chose. Vu que j'avais revendu 2 jeux récemment, il y a pas longtemps, God of War où j'ai fini, je l'ai revendu. Enfin, le jeu de tennis forcément je l'avais revendu. Plus un bon d'achat, ben, j'ai déduit la moitié de ce que j'avais sur la carte et un bon d'achat, donc du coup le jeu je l'ai eu pour 15 balles. Ça va. Les fameux collectives. C'est pas des collectives ça non? Oh par contre ça, les faire peu flou quand tu mets les trucs, ça fait bizarre.
If only I had
Je sais pas si on peut sprinter.
my need for blood.
On peut pas sprinter dans le jeu?
Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ah ouais, ça a l'air un peu spécial, mais bon après... c'est le premier jeu qu'ils font dans ce genre-là, donc... faut voir. Par contre, on peut pas courir ou... J'ai pas l'impression qu'on peut courir. On peut pas sprinter en tout cas.
Jump. I can now control it. It's locked, all right.
Bon, après, contre, ce qui est dommage, c'est que le jeu il est en anglais quoi. Il est pas sous-titré français, il est pas doublé français. Ça, c'est un peu dommage, mais bon, c'est comme ça.
What will London have to say to me? It's locked. I've so many questions unanswered.
La gestion des quartiers.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Donc on peut gérer les quartiers dans le jeu, c'est pas trop mal. Bon, attends. Faire un truc là. Parce que... Ah bah oui, c'est ça, que dommage pas. Sous-titré mais pas doublé en français, ça c'est un peu dommage. Ah, la plupart des jeux c'est ça même. Je vais remettre un truc sur moi quand même.
The man has been drained of all blood.
Est-ce que tu vas streamer ou jouer, je sais pas. Voilà, ce sera beaucoup mieux comme ça. Alors il y a aussi, bien sûr, ils ont vu cette délire, genre à tuer personne dans le jeu. Alors soit c'est les personnages principaux, tu peux tuer tout le monde hein, dans le jeu. Hein.
Fresh blood. The smell. Where has everyone gone?
Bon ça c'est le sang hein.
At last, a little life.
Ok.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you
Ah ouais,
need
non,
a
c'est
drink.
décalé.
Yes.
Ah, je le voyais quoi.
I
J'ai vu dans
apologize for
ta
my
rediffusion,
It's
t'avais un entrain sur le jeu,
it's
c'est
been a
vrai
long
que t'es content du
seen
jeu.
that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Ah ouais, putain, Microsoft là, s'ils envoient pas du lourd,
What's
s'ils
going
envoient
on
pas
around
du
here?
lourd pour le
It's
trop,
like everybody is hiding.
You must
c'est
be
pas avec
new
Cradon
here.
3 que
Have you
ça
not
va
heard
se
about
voler,
the
mais bon.
murders?
D'ailleurs, c'est même
Everybody
pas sûr
fears
qu'il
the
sorte cette
return
année
of the
d'ailleurs.
sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog. Hey?
Sony, bon, tu vois tous les excuses qu'ils ont fait là je viens de finir, j'ai
You make
platiné
it
le
sound
D3.
like it's a fairy tale.
Ouais, j'ai mis 30 heures à peu près, j'ai fait 3 runs et relancé quelques chapitres, mais j'ai bien
It's
aimé.
easier than accepting
À
that
plus tard, hein, puis je passerai sur toi tout à l'heure.
we can all be monsters.
À plus tard. Ciao ciao.
I'll leave you
wow.
to your bottle then.
Alors, le résident.
Whoever he may be.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know.
Ah, ça,
Maybe
je crois
you
que
could
les
just
différences
talk to
sont
me.
faits,
Maybe you prefer to speak with
un
Tom
effort
then.
concret. Ou...
He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic. Now all these
Il y a
terrible
qu'un mec.
murders.
Attends, ils sont combien streamés là? 3 ou 4, ouais.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say
Oh, ça a
it's
piégé,
a
hein.
sewer dog coming out to feed.
Le vinyle, hein.
But
Je sais pas
now
si
he's
vous allez le
killing
voir
in the
ceux qui me
streets.
suivent. Mais il est pas mal du tout le vinyle offert par Micromania. Regardez, je sais pas si vous avez vu.
Du pêche. Avec ça, mon chat.
Ouais, on peut le voir.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
On voit quand même que c'est...
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Jack. He didn't deserve this.
Damn it.
Oh, God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess...
Voilà pourquoi il y a eu... C'est un peu voulu sympa. Je pense que mon avis, d'avoir des arrangements. C'est il a signé en contrat, après voilà.
You still awake? And, sir...
Yes?
No funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
Poor Jack.
place for you. Prewen has several
Ah, c'est vrai que
patrols
c'est un peu
roaming the
un peu
area.
bizarre quand même.
But they're looking for
Fallait pas
vampires. They're
s'attendre.
most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Please, sir. You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may, if you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I'll end him.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
C'est quoi ça?
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight.
Something can be done.
Someone must know something.
He didn't deserve this.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle, then. I cannot enter.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Damn it.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet blue boys get what's coming to them.
On peut pas sauter dans le jeu. Oh, c'est trop chiant. Juste de taper
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? Some sort of note. These men, this corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Here. Let's head back to a warm fire.
Shut that foolish mouth of yours. You ever know McCullum to be wrong about anything?
Right. No time I can remember. But I've only been part of the guard 3 weeks to the day.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsucker's the enemy, we've got one job.
Oh, j'arrive. Oh. C'est dégueulasse. Quoi, dis quoi?
La serviette.
Tiens. Désolé, j'ai voulu viser comme ça et là, je suis désolé. Ça va, c'est il y a pas mort d'homme. Désolé. Ça va, j'ai pas décalé.
Non, c'est bon.
Désolé. Ah, sinon je fais de la merde en ce moment. Hein. Je cumule moi aussi. Je cumule les merdes.
Over there! There's one. Lead, boy! Over there! There's one of them vermin!
I have this thirst for blood. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy. This place reeks of bloodshed.
We've done it before. No. I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Bâtard.
William was an honourable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me. This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed? We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator?
Attends, j'arrive.
Bientôt, mon cœur. Demain, la mettra bien. Mais il fallait pas t'énerver tout à l'heure.
Oui, excuse-moi. Excuse-moi, ouais, c'est bon, je vais pas taper du cœur,
C'est bête que j'ai pas le numéro.
Bah ouais, c'est bon. Ouais, ça va aller, c'est bon, c'est mou, hein. Ça arrive, hein.
Fortune,
Prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What? Who?
Ah, c'est des copains de pouvoir. Là, il est là pour toi. En blanc. Il est en blanc.
Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal?
Ouais, j'ai vu.
If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself. Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I
T'as dit quoi,
No
chérie?
need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again.
Ouais, je sais.
I'm a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
C'est pas lui de avoir des vues, je m'en fous. Mais les vues,
Dr.
j'ai des vues.
Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Ah, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
It's locked, all right.
We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe, chérie?
Ta serviette, elle est tombée dans le seau.
Oh, bah alors.
Pour le coup. Pour le coup.
Alors, joli aujourd'hui.
You can do better than that. Now, it's my turn.
Rotten or perceive, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there.
C'est quoi ça?
Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Oh lol.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox.
C'est
Let me
qui?
assist you to that bed.
C'est qui?
C'est celui qui fait la Formule 1. Pegasus.
Ah oui.
Papa. Il faut que oui. Il faut qu'on fasse.
C'est pas ça que vous pouvez faire.
That place.
Oui, le pote.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
On fout de son.
Back, you bastard!
Je vais pas faire les midgets dessus.
Didn't have the guts to fuck me. Fuck you.
Merci Red Nut pour ton follow. Merci, merci.
Je veux faire un check.
divine sin.
En gros, le jeu, faut faire 2 fous, au moins 2 fous.
Come on, I don't have all night. Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the 2nd floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Je peux pas les voir pour l'instant, les succès. Il dort déjà?
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Oh, il est toujours le même bouquin, quoi.
Further your agenda, sir. How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed. I am here to assist you, not to be a burden.
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed. I am here to assist you, not to be a burden.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
You don't have to worry about me, Dr. Reed. I am here to assist you, not to be a burden.
tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques?
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Ils ont marqué. Ils ont jamais marqué un chien.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefied, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefied, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howard?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me, for I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Alors, j'ai dû une enquête.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Non, c'est pas ça. Cherche quoi? Je l'ai vu tout à l'heure pourtant. Ah, il était là. Je sais plus comment on fait pour monter ce bonhomme.
Don't worry, sir. Everything's going to be fine. I'm just going to...
It's locked.
Pardon, c'est pas normal que ça mette un temps d'affichage.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
D'accord, ceci.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows the sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Bon.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke. Oh, c'est bien ce que je disais. Je me repose avant pour pouvoir faire ce truc.
It's locked, all right.
merci. D'accord. Par contre, si tu tues les gens, ouais, ça va plus vite. Ok, c'est quand tu dors. La nuit suivante.
I'm to stay here until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
J'ai remarqué. Sur péno.
Very angry about this unfair situation.
It's locked, all right.
As grave as your wife, I hope that might help.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Hein? Ah non, pourquoi? Ah, j'ai mon pied avait tapé dedans tout à l'heure, mais... Sinon, non.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me... Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Why the Gosgicks came here in the first place?
I cannot enter.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Disgust on every street corner. Daily
So many deaths. And what of my own life?
It's locked.
Oh.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Mange-la, celle-là.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients here.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to pay me a little fee. That's all.
Where did you get the idea for such an immoral scam?
Funny you should ask. The first time it was from a patient who bribed me to get a bed. It's only then I realised I could make a fortune.
C'est bien la première année où j'attends pas avec frénésie le 3. Je m'attends à rien, mais alors vraiment à rien. Oh si, on ça ce petit jeu de tennis. Donc juste le online, quelques patchs, il va être très bien. Il va placer la balle où tu veux. Ah putain, ouais. Oh, je l'ai eu. Alors les vampires, ça donne quoi? Ça donne quoi le jeu? Deuxième manche. Oh putain. Ouais, c'est ça. Bah, Sea of Thieves, le problème, c'est pas qu'il est bidon, le Sea of Thieves. C'est qu'il n'y a pas de contenu, quoi. L'idée est très bonne, mais malheureusement, il n'y a rien dedans. Toujours les mêmes essais, aller chercher le trésor pour ramener à un camp, repartir chercher un trésor pour ramener au camp. Moment, ouais.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Tu croises des ennemis une fois tous les 10 heures, c'est un peu dommage.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Ah non, non. De toute façon, il fallait s'y attendre, les Français ils sont tous mauvais. C'est fini, les Lecomte, les Noah. C'est fini ça. On avait Yannick Noir, on avait Barami,
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about this?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Tour de France, c'est vrai que quand tu regardes la télé, pourtant les vélos ils naviguent. Quand je les vois, il y a le critérium qui passe en porte. Quand je les vois rouler, je suis dehors, je peux dire ça. Après la télé, t'as pas cet effet tout. C'est comme pour la Formule 1. Tu regardes la Formule 1 à la télé, mais ça t'endort.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Hier qu'il y a un jeu de Tour de France, il sort tous les ans, hein. Il sort tous les ans, hein, le Tour de France au jeu vidéo. Hein. Apparemment, ça marche, hein, puisque tous les ans, il y a tant mieux, hein. C'est bien qu'il fasse. Tu vois, regarde le tennis, il a attendu 8 ans avant de voir 2 jeux de tennis. Le Tour de France, il y a un jeu tous les ans.
Good evening, Miss Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Ah bah c'est sûr qu'ils vont te l'envoyer, ils vont te l'envoyer, ils vont dire ouais ça y est, on a eu un qui veut le jeu. Oh bah c'est la même.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Ah bon alors là c'est un bug le squelette, elle était là. D'accord. Ah c'est pas les mêmes. Merde, quand je l'ai revois dessus moi.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Oh, il l'a eu! Incroyable!
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Oh, j'ai des trucs B16, c'est le truc comme ça. Ah non.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
Allez, on attaque la finale.
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Ah merde. Bien niqué. Bien niqué.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Ah non, non, quelle erreur. Putain.
It's not exactly the best situation in London either. I can't have expected this hospital to be prepared for what was to come.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may
Mais frappe ta balle, bordel. T'as la ramasse, là. Ben non.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Oh.
Seem peaceful and lost.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr.
Yeah.
Rakesh Jadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Jadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
It's locked, all right.
Je vais la prendre celle-là. Largement la reprendre. Ouais, quoi? Ah bon? Hein? Yes. Allez. Par rapport au truc, en plus, c'est ça, hein, c'est... C'était combien avant le maçon? Ah non, putain, j'ai oublié. Avant c'était 1000. C'était combien avant? Avant c'était 950. Ah oui. Entre les jambes. C'est ça, tout ça pourquoi? Pour rater la balle suivante. C'était quoi? C'était bien les salaires, on avait compris ça, hein? Les revenus. Bien ça. Deuxième manche. Pas bon. Ouais, mais comprends, il comprend les décimètres par rapport à... Au cas où. Ouais, vérifie bien au cas où. Pourquoi je la rate? Ouais. Tiens, j'avais bien décalé. Ah d'accord, ok. Au cas où. Hop, et on est ici,
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Non, je suis trop loin de l'enquête, mais c'est possible. Là. Ah! Mon Dieu.
He's mine! I'll take it! Sorry, sir. No admittance.
Espérons que c'est pas une erreur encore de leur part. Je sais pas. Ouais, parce que... Ouais, mais oui, je sais bien, mais quand ils t'ont donné par rapport au truc et puis finalement t'avais plus le droit, bah.
Non, je ferai, sinon ils n'ont pas pu.
Ouais, bah tant mieux, tant mieux, tant mieux. Ouais, ça sera un petit bonus.
On fera quand même attention.
Ouais, voilà. Après, si ça dérange la pouille des jeux, je me prive en nourriture. Hein. Non, mais... Oui, bon, c'est vrai. Bon, après, il y a que le jeu le plus cher, c'était le jeu de tennis qui l'a revendu, mais sinon, celui-là, à 15 balles, hein. Bon, après, j'ai déduit 35 € qu'il y avait sur la carte déjà. Plus un bon d'achat, bah voilà.
C'était joli comme échange.
Hein?
Le labo d'analyse de l'hôpital de Chenille transféré la MD de Saint-Quentin.
On peut avoir de la gauche, oui. Alors c'est ici, je crois.
Scowl voices in the garden.
Ah, je le fais courir, hein.
I should investigate. If they were to...
Je l'ai vu au milieu, moi. Ouais, il est bien, alors, ce jeu vampire vidéo, quoi. Comment tu le trouves, là? Moi, je sais pas, c'est bizarre. J'y ai pas joué, mais de ce que j'ai vu sur YouTube, tout ça, avant qu'il sorte, je sais pas. J'ai une impression bizarre. Après, il était bien, hein, je crois. Ouais, Régis, il va.
Mais non, faut pas que je sorte.
C'est quoi putain de... Ouais, mais c'est pas un peu trop c'est pas un peu soporifique au niveau de l'histoire, tout ça, vidéo. Parce que c'est quand même les créateurs de... Comment ça s'appelle là, After the Storm, je sais pas comment ça s'appelle. En format épisodique. Et moi je sais que je les avais fait, je les ai pas tous fait parce que justement c'était assez soporifique. Tu te baladais plus et tu faisais plus de dialogue que d'action. Je sais pas si j'ai gardé le même système. il l'attrape. Ah oh, j'aurais jamais dû la prendre celle-là. Ça par contre, bug, on le voit bien là, le bug. C'est là, ici. Regardez, je suis même pas dans la raquette là-bas. Ah ouais, c'est un peu ça, je me doutais bien, tu vois. Ah, c'est pour ça que j'aime pas trop, parce que tu te balades, tu dois lire beaucoup de textes qu'il y a dans l'écran. En fait, t'as même pas de collectible, en fait. C'est pas des collectibles, c'est... tu dois lire beaucoup de choses. Ouais, non, mais pour moi, j'attends rien de l'E3. Pour moi, c'est fini. Pour Microsoft, ils ont perdu, ils ont plus rien dans le ventre. Non, non, au niveau des exclus, c'est mort.
It's locked.
C'est fini, Microsoft. Le 3, qu'est-ce qui présente de plus? Ils vont nous sortir un Halo 6. Atteint toutes les cibles en moins de 30 secondes. Je t'avais pas une chaleur ici. Thème le coup à plat. Les industries de salon sont arrivées avec les coups à plat.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that will prove itself useful. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Non.
I cannot enter.
Vacances d'hiver.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Alors ça c'est quoi? Ah bah tiens, on va fermer le bourg.
Il y a encore 20 là? T'es sérieux?
On va combattre Gaël, mon fils. Ça va être chaud. Je pense que je vais prendre ma rifle. Bien se lancer. Oh mais non, si en plus je fais des doubles fautes.
T'es mort là, c'est bon.
Oh Je trouve que ça va pas durer longtemps cette histoire. Là j'ai beau le décaler, le mec il reprend toutes les balles.
Oh, these scowls feed.
Tiens, remets-la celle-là.
From corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
On y croit. Me décale chaque fois. Dans quel jeu tu parles? Ah, dans Crackdown. Ouais, j'ai jamais aimé les Crackdown. Oh putain! Ah, vampire! Mais putain, t'as plein balle, toi! Tiens. Salut, Rush.
Chou, hein. Ah, je sais pas, il se passe quoi là? Ah voilà, c'est sûr, mais ça c'est ce que je vais faire. Hein, parce que...
Voilà. J'ai gagné le service.
c'est le 6. Le 627. Au père, allez là, au père. Père 200 €.
Et c'est pas là que je voulais amener.
Encore un rare. Tu peux galérer.
Attends, quoi, c'est définitif. Bon, c'est
Moi,
jeune.
je leur dis.
Ah ouais.
Bah ouais, c'est de la soupe pour eux. Donc moi, hein. Mais moi je travaille quand même, hein. Donc,
Mais oui, mais toi, tu travailles, mais moi, je peux pas bosser.
non, moi c'est bon. Je travaille quand même.
Allez. Miguel, je te mène mon gars. Et voilà, je t'ai pris ton service. Oh non.
Oh le bâtard. Il est chaud lui.
Et non, c'est pas là que je voulais là, putain.
Putain, il est chaud. Chaud le boss là.
Et non, 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 non. Mais non, putain. Tiens. Et de deux.
moi-même il met la patate. Oh, c'est chaud. Ah, il est chaud, je crois. Après, alors.
Tiens. Ah non, je l'ai raté, putain. Salut Davidino. Putain, mais prends-la, cette putain de balle. Ah ouais, vas-y, lève les bras. Je vais mettre 3-0. Même essayer de remonter sur ton service, tu vois. Et pour te faire chier. Oh non. Ouais. Je t'ai mis 2 hélices. Oh non! Salut bébé! 0, 15. Tu vas toi. Putain! 0, 3. Comme ça.
Parce que je suis pas assez fort, il faut que je fasse un autre truc là.
You look like you need a drink.
Yes.
Bon, arrêtez. Combien j'ai fait 3 heures? C'est bon.